Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg,
I'm Ben.
and today we're drinking bourbon. All right, Ben, what's on the bar today?
We have got Bam Oak and Eden.
All right, Ben, Oak and Eden, what do we know?
So this one is one of those weird ones that has a piece of wood stuck in the bottle. So we've actually done a review, I think, of just the standard Oak and Eden.
We think so. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what that was. I know we've done an Oak and Eden before.
Yes.
I've gone online and seen some reviews, and they seem to all be different.
See it? Yeah, they have a lot of different profiles, and this one itself, they partnered with a brewery in Omaha, Nebraska. My wife was there, picked up this bottle.
So it's kind of a store pick, so it's going to be unique, but you know.
But they do this a lot.
Yeah, they do other store picks and stuff like that. So from what I've seen, a lot of these are different. So I've seen other reviews of their local version. So this one is actually finished with, it says bourbon whiskey finished with an IPA steeped American oak spiral. Medium fire, I'm assuming that means the char level on the barrel. Or the char level on the spire, I would imagine.
Yeah, there's actually a stick in there.
And then
spiraled.
114 proof.
So they stick that spiral in their beer, let it age for a while, I'm guessing.
I would imagine, yeah.
So we'll see what it's like.
All right.
114 proof is pretty solid, though.
Do you like IPAs?
I do.
I hate them.
I'm not well, they're hoppy, and sometimes I like hoppy beers, but I'm not a beer guy. I know enough to say order an IPA or
sure,
whatever,
yeah.
But that's about it. Or a stout.
Interesting nose. This is like another one of those, remind me of a toasted barrel. It's got the very s'moresy vibe.
Graham
cracker for sure. Total graham cracker.
Huh.
I believe on the last one we had kind of said it came off as both youthful and aged at the same time.
Exactly. I'm guessing it's a younger, smaller distillery. They're releasing a product as soon as possible. But
they get some flavor out of that
spiral.
spire.
They are actually getting some legitimate change with the wood spire. And so it came across as a little bit mature as well. And it was a weird kind of experience.
I'm getting a little bit of that youth.
Yeah.
All right, let's go in for the taste here. Cheers.
I'd guess this is toasted barrel. There's just a certain quality.
Yeah. So we have said in the past a number of times, if you watch this show, you've known this. We've always said that bourbon can very much be helped by one of two things, proof or age. Mm-hmm. Seeing as how the other one came across as youthful, I think the proof is really helping it.
Absolutely.
Because I really like this actually. Interesting thought, and we may have brought this up in the last one. That was a long time ago, like a year ago.
Yeah.
Open up this bottle, take some of this out and pour it into a sample bottle, and then let both of them sit, because you got to imagine that the longer that spire sits in there, the more flavor. Then you also got to imagine there's only so much flavor that can come out of a spire that size. So I wonder if these bottles particularly change over time because of that.
I wonder.
So maybe we'll have to do that. We should pour some of this into one of the little sample bottles and then revisit it in 6 months or a year.
That's a good idea. If I remember, I will do that.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting it's an interesting. It's not like a flavor that I've not gotten before, but it's one of those ones that it's kind of just hard to describe. But the graham cracker is probably the most prominent.
You know what's interesting is I'm getting cinnamon, but not a ton of cinnamon. I'm getting graham cracker, but not a ton. It's not like the flavors are weak. They're just not bold, but it's still
But the proof helps a lot.
But the proof really helps. The ethanol really kind of pushes it through.
Yeah.
But it's overall, it's not weak. It's just, but individual flavor notes are a tad muted. But I actually really like it. It's sweet, but not very sweet.
Yeah. I feel like the the burn that you get is one of those really nice, like that's part of one of the better parts of the experience.
Yeah.
It's one of those kind of raspy, like you've said before, raspy sort of burn to it that I really like. I think that actually helps. It's one of those ones that has that building alcohol heat on the back of it. So yeah, where the flavors are not in your face bold, the overall whiskey is fairly bold at 114
I think the barrel,
proof.
or the spire or the barrel.
Yeah.
Like the wood char is kind of prominent. Mm-hmm. But yet it's not too tannic or bitter. I don't get the beer note, but maybe that's what's helping kind of mellow out the char, so maybe.
So if we go by the assumption that this is a fairly young bourbon that they put in here with the spire, I wonder what would happen. Like, do you think it would, if you put a normal, 6 to 10 year aged bourbon, like say you took a bottle of Buffalo Trace and did this same thing with it, or Wild Turkey 101, do you think that would overdo it? Like it would be off-putting because it would add too much extra oak to it?
I think it could definitely get too bitter at some point, and I'm wondering if we just left this for, say, 5 years, it could come across as way too bitter.
You know what? You can actually order these spires online. Maybe we should do that. We should take like an actual bottle of just normal, like an everyday drinker,
and get a
throw
torch.
A spire in there. Yeah, I think they come actually already. They're actually made for doing this exact thing.
Well,
So yeah, we should do that actually.
You should get an American and a French oak.
Yeah, put them into like a wheated bourbon. Yeah, this is, I'm actually pretty impressed with this, to be honest.
This one, it's weird because there's a lot of things that I could point out as negatives, but overall it works.
Yeah, I'm not really I get what you're saying where like the flavors themselves are kind of, but you know what, I think maybe part of that is that they're just working well together.
Yeah.
Like one of them's not overbearing the other.
Right, yeah, I think so. Like any individual note, like let's say butterscotch, it's subtle. But yet it works well with the cinnamon. It works well with like the oak. Like you're right. It's like a well balanced.
Do you know what the price on this was?
I think they're $59.99 probably.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
No, not at all.
And to be honest, having this one, like having the other one, just the regular run of the mill one that you buy at the store, it's like we didn't hate it. It wasn't horrible. Mm-hmm. But this actually makes me want to, like if I go to a restaurant or a bar or something, they have a store pick that's high proof like this, I would absolutely order a pour of it just to try it.
Totally agree.
So, all right, well this has been Oak and Eden Pint 9 Inspire Malted Oak Bourbon. On the Bourbon Note, I'm Ben.
It's a mouthful, but it's really good. Yeah. I'm Greg. Till next time. See you next time.